In the last video, I showed the new SellCoins extension where you can create a little public page and then sell Bitcoin for a profit to your friends, family, whatever, which is another great tool in the tool set of LNbits for people to be able to create a little cottage industry and turn that LNbits server into a little business making some money. Now, this was made possible because we have the Fiat Provider feature built into LNbits. So we're going to take a little look into how to set that up now. In the back end, go to, as a super user, go to Settings, Fiat Providers, and you've got two options here. You've got Stripe or Square. Square's not been built yet, but it will be soon enough. So we're just going to have to use Stripe for now. And then in order to connect it to Stripe, you'll need to go grab a secret key from Stripe. So that's in just /API keys. Click on create secret key, click on build your own integration, and then follow the prompts. That'll create a key for you to copy paste. Paste that into there. The callback success URL is when a payment happens, like when someone pays that Stripe charge, where they'll get redirected to. And then the other thing we need to set is the webhook. So in order for LNbits to know that the charge has been settled, you'll need to set the webhook in the back end of Stripe. So you can copy paste this and you just replace the URL with your own URL and then go to the webhook section. So if you click on developers on the bottom here, click on webhooks, you can set a webhook, and you can see I've set mine here to the URL of my LNbits install. And then /API, /v1, /callback, /Stripe. And then we can receive notifications to say that a charge has settled. When you add that webhook URL, you'll also be given a signing key, and you'll need to paste that signing secret paste that signing secret in there. And then also when you generate that webhook, it will ask what permissions you want the webhook to have. You just need to scroll down the checkbox of items until you see checkout, and then click on checkout, the all bit, because there's only four of them. And these are the four we need. So click on the little checkout checkbox, and then it will create the webhook with the right permissions. Other features we have added are service fees. So you can, every time there's a Stripe payment, you can push a service fee to a wallet. Amount limits, so you can set a minimum or maximum amount as to what you'll allow as a charge. And then the Faucet wallet ID, this kind of took me a little while to wrap my head around, but it's actually a pretty neat feature. You can create a wallet as a super user, credit with say 1 million sats, and then every time you receive a payment via Stripe, it will draw down that balance till it gets to 0, and it won't allow any more payments. And it's just a way for you to cap how much money you can actually have coming in to that Stripe account there. And then allowed users, if this on my own install, I would add the super user here and maybe my admin users, and only allow them to be able to generate those Stripe payment links. And the way it works, obviously we're using it in the SellCoins extension, but the way it's made possible and works is any LNbits wallet can then, as long as they're allowed as an allowed user, can then generate the Stripe payment link. So when we click on create invoice, you'll see we've got two options here. We've got pay with Lightning or pay with Stripe. If I change that to GBP, my local currency, click on amount, click on Stripe, create invoice, it creates that payment link. I can copy that, paste that over here. I've already put my card details and I'm logged in on my Stripe, but if you weren't, then you would have to put in your card details. Click on pay. And it's processing. Once that settles, it should redirect me to LNbits.com. Obviously, as I said before, you can change that. And then, yep, it's settled in the wallet as well. And you can see here that I've just had this Stripe payment come through, and it's got the conversion and blah, blah, blah alongside here. But it just is registered in your LNbits wallet as a regular normal payment, just to make bookkeeping easier. And this, allowing a wallet to be able to do this, is what enables something like the SellCoins extension. I understand it could be a bit controversial, adding the horrible, dirty, stinky fiat stuff into LNbits, but ultimately it's cool that you can generate a little exchange and then sell Bitcoin for fiat. And in order to enable that and make that possible, you need some way of someone paying in fiat, and that's why we have the Stripe integration, as well as other stuff you could build as well. But it is optional. You don't need to enable it and use it if you don't want to. Just ignore it if you don't want to use it and you want to be a purist, which I admire. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you again. Cheers. Bye.